Hi, everybody. This is Godsgirl G, and I am back. It is 2013. I've been away for some time, but I'm back. So it's been a while since I posted a video, and then many of you have been sending me emails of things to talk about, and I've been posting comments and stuff on the other videos that I have out there. But I just wanted to let you know that actually I have been doing quite well. No complaints here. Today's subject matter are basically dealing with basically dealing with signs that you know you've met the right person, and we focused a lot in the previous videos on focusing on when you know you're with the wrong person, or when you're ready for marriage. So I'm trying to take a slightly different approach and talk about some of the positive things. So I've got my notes here, so I'll be reading some of my notes, and some of it is rambling, as I've stated. And again, this is my opinion, and we want to keep everything positive in the comment section below. So if you don't like it, please just move on. Okay. So now we're going to talk about signs that you have met the right person. Sign number one, you're not chasing the relationship's potential. In other words, you're not trying to force something to fit. You're not trying to force a round peg through a square hole. You know how you're with somebody and they just happen to, let's just say they are down and out, and you're constantly having to encourage that person, and you just met them. I'm not talking about down the road. It's just stuff up front. You're like, okay, well, if this is different, then this would work. Um, when you're in the first few phases or first few weeks or months, first 3 months in particular of a relationship, it says a lot about that person. And so if you guys are having a lot of conflict, or you're thinking, well, it would be better if he would only or she would only, maybe that's not good for you. But again, you're not chasing the relationship's potential. Basically, what you see is pretty much what you're going to get, and you're okay with that. So that's a sign that you're probably with the right one. Okay. Sign number two, who you are is good enough. In other words, they're not asking you to bleach your hair, color your hair, change your eye color, lose 10 pounds. Who you are today, it's good enough. And they even reassure you that down the road, as time goes by and our outward appearance change, that they're going to be okay with that, because who you are is good enough. They recognize there's more to you than the outward appearance. It's the inward mindset, concepts, the essence of who you are. Okay. Sign number three, you guys manage conflict well. You know how to communicate with each other. That is extremely important. Communication is usually what starts to go south or sour very first in a relationship, but you have to know how to communicate. In any type of relationship, you're going to have conflict, you're going to have arguments, but if you manage the communication well, if you understand that it's not your way or the highway, that you make those compromises as you need to be, and both of you somehow meet in the middle, that's always a good sign, because you're communicating, and communication is key and it's crucial. Next, the mundane is suddenly interesting. In other words, every little aspect or detail of that person's life is interesting to you. It's not boring. It's not that you want to move on. It's when you know that they are really into cooking, or they like a particular food, you're wanting to know why. You're wanting to know about their past and about their experiences. It kind of lets you know that this is just not like a fly by night type of dating thing, that you're really genuinely interested in that person. And if that person is asking you details about your past, your childhood, tell me a little bit about your childhood and what was your favorite toy or your favorite game to play. They're really interested in getting to know you. Next, there is minimal drama to no drama at all. Now, I have talked about drama before. Um, Drama, you don't need it. You got enough going on in your own life. And if that person is bringing all kinds of drama to the table, that's probably a sign that he's not the one. But a sign that he is the one is that it's low drama, or she's the one, low drama. Now, there's stuff that happens in everybody's life, but it becomes dramatic when that person, they don't know how to handle it and they let it frustrates them. It's how they are dealing with it or handling it. You stay in this life long enough, you're going to have crises after crises, but it's how you handle it if it will determine if it becomes drama. You ever met someone that's just Everything's dramatic. That's again stressful. I can't deal with all that drama. That's too much drama. Okay, next sign. Your friends and family see what you see. Have you ever gone out with someone and you're like, what a great person. This is a great person, but other people don't see that? That means that there's something that you're missing, something to think about. But if everybody else is seeing what you're seeing, that lets you know that you're being very realistic about this person. And you could, on the opposite, see stuff that other people are not seeing in a negative sense. And if other people are not seeing some negative pieces of that, that's something to stop and pause too. But again, if everybody is seeing what you're seeing, if you've got some people in your life that can pick up on things, that are always have your back, definitely take that person around them, because they generally are going to call it out if there is something wrong with that person. Next, you know how to make them happy. And to be honest with you, you being you should make them happy. Pause for the cause. See, I said it. All right. Next, you have the same life priorities. And I've stated this before in the previous videos, but you know you're with the one when you're on the same road. Okay, so if he want to retire in Florida and you want to retire in Alaska, how you gonna make that work? You ain't on the same path and nobody's willing to compromise. And he want kids, you don't, or vice versa. You got to work that out. So you know you're on the right page when you don't, again, have to force someone to go into a mold that you want. You're actually, the person is already kind of there, who you want. And usually if they're already there, with the priorities in life and everything else, chances are that's the one. Everything else is usually going to line up. So next, you have a great deal of respect for that person. They great deal of respect by their work, whether it's work ethic, their viewpoints on life, their experiences, what they've been through, and how they've learned those things. That is usually a good sign. You always want to have respect for the person that you're with, or potentially life mate, life partner that you are with. And I believe that concludes everything. So again, these are signs that you have met the right person. If you have any feedback or comment, you can always send a comment below and I will respond to it. Or you can also email me at godsgirlg.com. Take care and have a great day.